Good morning, welcome to Adu and the Guru. It's another lovely Monday, and a big thank you to Zealous Property for that, for helping us to flow consistently. Anyway, we're getting on with the show, and we're starting, of course, as always, with interesting discussions and insights that will help you make sense of all the news stories that are happening in the world around you. It gets interesting by the day, and of course the conversation too gets more robust as we progress. Well, welcome to Adu and the Guru once again. Now let me remind you that this is a highly interactive show, and we want you to participate in the conversation. You can use WhatsApp to join us. In the meantime, send your messages to us on 0809 234 5913, 0809 234 5913. Use that to join the conversation here. Now, it would not be Adu and the Guru if I'm just all by myself. I am privileged to present to some and introduce to others a veteran journalist with over 40 years of stellar journalistic work. He has been doing this not just within the shores of Nigeria, but even beyond the shores of this country, far and wide, and he has very reputable contribution to the world of journalism. He is also the convener of Godwin the Guru, which is a platform that has both a website and a YouTube channel that gives you first-hand facts on never-before-heard stories and news analysis as well. Also, he is the one who we call the man with the historical perspective, because pretty much many of the historical angles to the news stories that we hear on a daily basis are at his beck and call. Some people even call him the prophet of our time, walking encyclopedia, many more, but we simply call him the Guru. I'm talking about none other than the Share Guru of journalism, Mr. Godwin Etakibwebu. Good morning to you, sir, and welcome.
Good morning, Adu. How are you?
I'm very fine, and good to have you, sir.
Hope your welfare is being well kept.
Well, thanks to Ferromi, I have a big cup of water here.
Thanks to who?
To Ferromi.
Oh, I'm hearing that for the first time.
Well, but is that
okay, don't worry. You don't have to escalate it. We shall bring it to other public discourse at a fixed time anyway. You are welcome. Ferromi, how are you? Good morning. You did not talk to the people. Come along. Talk to the people. So you are fine, sir.
Good morning. I'm fine.
Yes, you are welcome to Adu and the Guru on this last day of the month of October 2022.
Yes, sir.
And by tomorrow, by 12 midnight today, we shall be entering into another month of November 2022. And after November, we shall enter into December 2022. And on the 12 midnight of 31st of December 2022, we shall be saying Happy New Year again, but we should remind ourselves, by the midnight of December 2022, where we shall be telling ourselves Happy New Year, we should not forget to remind ourselves that another year had gone out of our lives. The number of years we are living is reduced by one. Have you done those things you propose to be doing? Have you? It is a question that we should. If the EFCC is listening to me, I'm on air. So, Uncle, I cannot pick your call now. I'm on air. So, Adu.
Yes, sir.
Be making the calculations every time, at all times. Because procrastination is a thief of a time. It's not a decor of any royalty. Because we are very fond of saying, tomorrow I will do this, next tomorrow I will do this by the grace of God. But don't forget, even if you have a calendar standing by you, a day gone, you cancel it, you wipe it. The truth of the matter is that you have wiped a day out of your life. The truth, if I should do that, I wipe it out of. So, unless we are very, very conscious of this, we shall be passing away without much achieved. And I'm not too sure if we shall not be standing judgment of that God who says that I gave you opportunity to do. Why are you returning with all of them? It is one of the reasons that I keep running. It is one of the reasons. And let me tell listeners today, it is one of the reasons that I deliberately overstress and overwork myself. At this age, I'm above 70. But I keep it up. I overwork myself. Even right now, I'm on top of the weather. I'm not under the weather. Yet, I am working. I could not read much. I could not write much this very last night. But I slept for 3 hours. I was just turning here and there. I would get up from the bed. I would go to my study room and I would look. I knew in me that I wasn't feeling too fine. But should I just go back? No. At least there must be one thing I pick away. It is because of the days. So that's just an advice for everyone. Please. Yesterday gone is minus a day in our lives. And as we are getting older, the strength of doing it is not everyone that is blessed with the strength of Caleb. Who told Joshua that, you remember that day when Moses promised us, I was 40 years old then, and I'm now 85. The strength of that year remains in me. Give me the mountains, I will overtake it. It is not all of us are blessed for that. So, we shall return back to your welfareism and welfare matters. And Pharaoh-ism. That time another day. I have, before I read out the menu, I have with me a guest today. The guest is the guest ought to be the general manager of LASMA. LASMA is Lagos State Traffic Management Agency. But ladies and gentlemen, would you be pleased for me to announce to you that LASMA that controls traffic in Lagos State wouldn't know the mode and details of traffic movement in Lagos. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. Adu, can you help me adjust those things so that I can see face? I need to see the faces of my guests. At about 3 minutes to 9:30 this morning, I had to make put a call across to Taufik. That where are you? Because all my guests would come. Last week, I had a guest here who came in from the Federal Road Safety course, the Lagos Sector Commander Ogugbemi Day. And I announced to the whole world that he arrived here 3 minutes before 9. And I went on narration. Because the swiftness of people to keep to time marks them out differently. I remember when Chief Olufalaye, Secretary to the Government of the Federation under President Ibrahim Babangida, youngest permanent secretary at his time when he became permanent secretary of establishment, a man with decor. He told me how he visited the British Prime Minister and he got to number 10 Downing Street exactly 15 minutes before the time. And of course, the Prime Minister had picked him up on CBN, and not exactly the time, 5 minutes before that time, the Prime Minister asked them to usher him in. And the Prime Minister, Major, that was the name then, the Prime Minister of Britain. And he told him that, Chief, I know you make it because I know your standard of life. You don't keep off time. A few minutes after 9:30 now, the representative of the general manager of LASMA walked in. And he happened to be my very, very good friend of many, many years ago when he was equally sector commander. But today is the director of operations. Yes. I think that was the same position Oriagba had before he became general manager. Am I right? No, don't talk yet because I've not yet introduced you. No, so we have as representative of I will make more narration. Representative of Sir or Honorable or Chief or Ogbeni Oriagba, who is the general manager of LASMA, whom I was told that on their way here to this studio, he was called up and asked to come back. And the PRO told me, PRO, they have one habit of washing every cloth within the organization so neat and so clean. So when you are passing through where it is spread, you see very whitish and very, very cleaner materials. It's part of their job, and they must be doing it. And the guy did a very good job of it this morning when he told me that the phone call came on their way here and they had to turn back because he was summoned to come and look into the commercial bus that are complaining of going on strike. We shall talk about that. So I was under the temptation to ask the PRO, you mean he turned back and started driving against traffic? Or he was able to carry his vehicle and whoever the escort across the barrier to the other side and face the other side? I was under temptation to ask him the question, but I was constrained not to ask the question like that. Then the second question I would have asked him, does it mean that this traffic, this strike that the commercial drivers of Lagos have said they are backing upon, we'll be hearing the story. I, who is a bushman from village, I know of it. Is it now that the man just know of it that he has to obey the call and carry the vehicle or turn the vehicle, either driving against? Then I say they should announce it in the studio that there is no sin in driving against traffic again, if that is the case. But nevertheless, the director of operations, my very, very good brother, is my very, very good brother. In fact, I call him my friend in addition. Because if you know what this guy has done for me, each time I call him, it's wonderful. He's a wonderful human being. It's not because he's sitting here. Because I will send a message through him to the boss. When he'll be going.
Is it a good package?
The message? Yes, it's going to be a good package from me. He may not be able to deliver the message as I'm sending him. It may be a bad package for the man. But of course, they listen to us worldwide now. So, I will give him the message. Maybe if I can calm down like that boy or the mother the other day, say, Mommy, calm down. I may give him the message off air. Because if I should say it now, we give it raw. Mr. Peter, sir. Please, hold on. Don't help me yet. Begemide. Could that be the pronunciation?
Begemedi.
Begemedi?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Emmanuel?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm hearing this for the first time. This Begemedi. I have always been calling you Peter Emmanuel, Mr. Peter Emmanuel. You are welcome. Yeah. You can greet our people. We have been listening to all over the world as we speak right here.
Good morning, Lagosian. We are here to let you know how we do it in Lagos.
We shall come to that. Just now it's for you to just greet them. And it goes beyond Lagos. Lagos Talks 91.3 FM is listening to around the whole world. There are millions of followers all over the world. And maybe as we are talking today, sometimes we receive call from China. Despite the differences of time, we receive call from China, from South Korea, from America, and co. So you are welcome. He is here to represent the general manager, that is Mr. Oreagba. Am I right with that?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. You are welcome. He shall be speaking from the perspective of the operations of LASMA in Lagos, because the introduction to that topic is that we sat down and we view traffic management in Lagos vis-a-vis traffic management in Nigeria, but we decided to narrow down to Lagos because here we are domiciled. And we specifically pick 4 organizations that are majorly responsible for control of traffic, for management of traffic, because management of traffic goes beyond only control. And we identify LASMA, the Lagos State Traffic Management Agency. We identify the VIS, that is Vehicle Inspection Directorate. Then we identify the Federal Road Safety Corp, which is a federal government property. which is not state property. Then we identified the other one, but we have no means of reaching them. That is the Agberu. Since Lagos State government has ceded control and movement and management of traffic in Lagos to Agberu. So I am still expecting Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, to help to get our invitation across to the Agberu, because they deal with them directly. We don't know where they are. And of course, the yellow buses or the commercial driver that are on strike today is a testimony to the fact that Lagos State government, through the governor, had ceded management of everything to Agberu. Everywhere you go, you see them. They are side, they are control. And now the government synchronized and said that maybe the commercial buses or something will be paying 800 naira per day or something like that. Then the Agberu now came to say, no, our own is there. The commercial drivers are undergoing here, because if you fail to comply, the penalty from the Agberu is 1 all over. And that is give him some torture and deal with it. It's for the reason why they are. So all others, VIS, road safety course, and all of they have come. Okay, we equally invited task force, Lagos task force. Lagos task force is chairmaned by the chief superintendent of police, Shola Gegeluye, and Shola Gegeluye is a police officer, but he is to head the operation of the task force, and the task force is a creation of Lagos State, put under the Ministry of Environment and Water Resources, which the Commissioner of Police is Mr. Olatunji Bilu. Then, but the task force reports that directly to the governor through the office of the deputy governor. So, and of course, Chief Superintendent of Police Shola Gegeluye was to come here until the Commissioner of Police called me to tell me that no, he will not allow him to come. He said the PRO Ben, Superintendent of Police Ben, would come. Of course, I'm expecting that. I'll give you any time or they will come. So you are the third person making appearance. Once again, you are welcome. This is the narration behind where you are being invited. But I do give me the menu first, and let's deal with that. We'll come back to you, sir.
On our menu today, these are the items available. Senators, reps face probe over illegal budget passage. That's from the pages of the Punch newspaper. Item 2, Naira in another record fall as CBN moves to replace Naira notes. Premium Times has that story. Item 3, we knew nothing about Naira redesign, says Finance Minister. The Nation has the story. Item 4, return of queues, how operators, smugglers steal 200 billion naira monthly in petrol subsidies, subsidy claims, according to Guardian newspaper. And item 5, police nab man with 101 PVCs in Sokoto. And the Vanguard had that revealing story.
Thank you very much, Adu, for doing a very good job. I will try to run across these ones because one, because I'm on top of the weather, that is one. Then two, my visitor, I must give Lasma good time. Lasma has always been my very, very good friend. But I will start it that the friendship with Lasma started with Mr. Peter Emmanuel. I remember that night something happened. And that became the first time I spoke with the general manager of Lasma. Can you help me with the name again? Peter, please. No, the former general manager. Odioye. Yes. That's good. Thank you very much. And he told me, when I called him, I woke him up, and I apologized for waking him up, but I said, this is an emergency. Then he told me that, okay, I should take this. Do I have another phone with me? I said, yes. He said, take this number. He said, then you call him immediately, we'll finish. He said, we'll answer you, and they will come to your rescue. So by the time I took the number, as I was trying to call that number, then I received a call from my number. Then the person introduced himself as Peter Emmanuel, and that he has gotten instruction from his GM that he should step into something. And that's okay. Let me call you. He said, no, I shouldn't bother. He just asked, where is the person position? I told him. Then he said, within 3 minutes he got there. which is very, very rare within the civil service. Very, very rare. Because sometimes when you want to help them, even to promote them, they see themselves as one small king that is not always allowed to enter the palace. A king that's not. But that day, it was tremendous. It was tremendous. He made appearance immediately.
Wow.
I want to thank you for that again.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. I wasn't there, but I'm just saying thank you again.
You're welcome.
Now, let me start from the last. Which number? Police number with 101 PVC in Sokoto. I want to believe it could be possible, but that a man would have registered 101 PVC. I mean, candidates to have their PVC, permanent voting card. That was possible. But I want to believe in this Sokoto matter. No, the man did not go to the to meet INEC as a register number 1, number 2, number 3, and no. This is the new method for the politicians to beat the election, to thwart the election, to make the election not to be as holy as it's supposed to be. They move. I said it on air here about a month or 2 months ago. They move from house to house. The opposition will now know the strength of his opposition in a particular area. Okay, what it does, what they do now, this is a calculator, is within all the political parties. Maybe it is only one of the major 4 that is not doing it now. They will now go to the zone where the opponent strength is more. They will be buying the PVC cards. They buy. In Lagos, the areas are aggregated into 3 places. There is those places, those areas they go to, they offer you 2,000. If you don't agree, they offer you 3,000. If you still refuse to agree, they see you as a stubborn person, they offer you 5,000. If you say, no, I'm not saying it's my right, then they bring the thugs on you. Beat you blue, red, and no white in such beating. Then they will not take your PVC card. Nobody will come to your rescue. And if that happens, you now lose the PVC card to them. And the first 2,000 naira you are not getting. The second 2,000 naira you are not getting. The last 5,000 naira you are not getting.
And you might even pay to retrieve it in the future.
No. They are not under obligation to return it to you. But the agreed arrangement within the political party. This is their plan.
To sequester
is that you return it to, but it's not an obligation to return it to you. But whatever the purpose would have been achieved on the day of voting, you have no PVC to identify your. So as good as Beavers is to make election very free, fair, and Beavers has its own limitation until you get to Beavers before Beavers can help you to vote. But if
you don't get there,
if insecurity blocks you off Beavers, how will Beavers help you to vote now? So it is this insecurity they apply. That's number 1. Number 2, in this Lagos, there are area zone 20,000. The residents of those areas, they are qualified for 20,000. If the 20,000 is given to you, they move it to 30,000. If you don't agree, they go away. Because in that zone, they cannot just come and pound on you because of the personality. There's a little profile superiority. In Georgia West Animals Farm, some animals must be necessarily equal than others. So they go. But something like an arrangement of an accident may happen on the road. Don't ask me how did the accident come. That is not my headache. Go and ask the politicians. They have ways of beating it. Then there are some zones. They start offering 50,000 naira for your PVC. And don't blame a man who the 3 children have not eaten for 3 days. And the man is crying. No hope. If he sees that 3,000 naira at that point, he will forget what they call free fair elections. For that man, the 3,000 naira is all he needs. Even to ask them, say, do you need my mother with the PVC? I can bring my mother. So you carry away with the PVC. So this is the danger that has covered our election. And the other one is a larger explanation, which may I go just a minute, is that on the day of the election, if the power of the opposition is, if the number of opposition is higher than your own you anticipate, all you need to do is to, this is what they do in their meetings at the inner caucus, at what we call Apex Council. So it's not for every member that is coming for the meeting. Word meeting. These are not discussion of word meeting. It goes beyond the word. So is that if there is confusion in that polling booth, and there is something like fracas, automatically INEC will notify that one. So because they know that the votes there, they speak more for the opposition, not Ogota, what Laruakbi. So that is what that is what the man in Sokoto, I believe, is one of those things. But it's good he was arrested. How far would they go? And don't forget, INEC has total authority over the elections, and the election law that has come into existence in 2022, signed into law by the president, it has made it possible now that fear of beavers is the beginning of political wisdom in Nigeria. But then there are additional things like security and insecurity. INEC is not in charge of that. INEC by law cannot arrest. INEC cannot charge to court. INEC cannot do anything. So INEC transparency stands only at the polling booth, the beavers, because for you to beat the beavers, meaning you will come to the polling booth without your head, without your face. Because the biometrics, if anything is happening, your face is captured. But if you can walk in there without your face, then the beavers will forgive you. Yes. So that is for that. Then return of key. How operators, smugglers steal 200.8 billion monthly in petrol subsidy. I will say what about this? You are not under the weather.
No, sir. We are on top of the weather.
Okay. Because if you're under the weather, I will tell you, better phone the doctor to come around before you hear this. But let me go up first. Senator Rep. President Muhammadu Buhari, while he was presenting the budget to the National Assembly, reported some Senate committees and House of Rep committees that their chairman, because in 2019, President Muhammadu Buhari had agreed with the National Assembly that when I'm bringing the budget it will include the budget of the ministry, the parastatals, that is what they call it, MDAs, that is ministry, departments, and agencies. That you should do it together so that you return it back to me. I have captured all of them. This was an agreement President Muhammadu Buhari reached with the National Assembly. Those people that you think they represent you, but you don't know that they are dealers, they are not leaders. Now, this was 2019. When President Muhammadu Buhari was bringing his last budget now, because this is the last budget he's offering for Nigeria as the president of Nigeria. Maybe he waited. He did not talk in 2020. He did not talk in 2022. But now he's talking in 2022. Maybe he waited because he himself, after this, he will have his final escape to his village in Naira to go and rest. Baba deserve it. He deserve it to go and rest. Now, it is now he's reporting to the Senate President and the Vice Chairman of the National Assembly that each time you people knew our agenda since 2019. They say, yes, sir, we know it. But it has now been proved. When I bring the budget of the MDAs, including this one, package everything to you, your committee, they don't pass the MDAs with this. You know what they do? It's President Muhammadu Buhari that reported this matter. I'm not saying that my brothers and sisters at the National Assembly, they are thieves or armed robbers. So I didn't say that. But President Muhammadu Buhari said it. He said, the committee will now pick the budget of the MDAs and approve it in their own way, not according to what the president put there in the budget. And now, without sending that one, the MDA, back to the government, through the secretary to the government of the federation, they would send it directly to either the minister or the agency head or whatever. Can you see the way we dupe ourselves in this country? We need not be confident now to say we have a government of thieves by thief for thieves. If they say for thieves, I will go to court, I will challenge it because I'm not a thief receiving it. It's supposed to be government of the people, for the people, by the people. But now, the presentation. This is President Muhammadu Buhari talking to them at the National Assembly. And now, what they say they have invited them, those head of those committee head. They've invited them. They will be sanctioned. Who is among them? Who is not among them? Do we know? Do we even know whether the Speaker of House of Representatives or the President of the Senate itself is one of those I wish that the sitting of the whole house, they are not conspiring to do all this. So that is for that. Then Naira of course, CBN says this. Naira has moved as of yesterday, no, as of Friday evening. Because the only market we know, there's nothing like black market. Today we have the government official rate, we have this one. The parallel market is, let's nobody deceive us by saying black market. It's the parallel market. As of 6:30 on Friday, the parallel market has gone to 800 naira per dollar. And I can show you before 15th of this month, we enter tomorrow, before 15th, it will go to 950 or 1,000. It is all about, nobody controls the Naira in the interest of Nigerians. Whatever they do is their own interest. They stockpile. I don't want to take too much time from my brother, so I will cross that chapter. The minister say we're not consulted. It is not mandatory that the bank, central bank must. Central bank is not domiciled in the Ministry of Finance.
It's not domiciled in any ministry.
It's not domiciled in any ministry. It has a full-fledged board. But the Ministry of Finance has a member
on the board.
The board of the central bank, the Ministry of Finance has a member of that board. So if the woman said we did not hear it until the announcement, it means the board is no meeting. It means Godwin Emefiele has usurped the functionalities of the board.
Or the board member did not deliver.
Or the board member was adequately what is that? Okay, re-equipped. Was the board member was deliberately re-equipped that he left the board meeting forgetting his the copy of his board deliberations. But whatever happened, these things. The last time I knew redenomination, thank God they didn't say they will print 5,000 naira note because we have a 2,000 naira note. It was mooted, but it was thrown overboard. But the last time I checked the records, when Naira was redesigned, at the end of the day, 53 suitcases arrived in Murtala Mohammed Airport from somewhere, loaded with what? I don't know. And if you want to have details, please go and ask Muhammadu Buhari. He was the head of state then. Go and ask Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was the commander of the international airport there. Then one late Samuel Bamishayi from Iloro Ekiti. He was the charge of custom for the NACO then. Why Atiku Abubakar was there. So go and ask them. If you don't ask them, don't come and ask me. Ask President Muhammadu Buhari. He said DC was at the airport that day. He said DC received the 53 bags. So that was the last I knew of this thing. So have you come to that? I think. Are you saying?
I am to the story.
So Madame complaint may not really be standing, but Madame said there are complications, except that she refused to express it. Yes, there are complications. In these things, it is for them, not for you and I. Lagbaga. Not for us. All right, let me close the chapter of this menu here and I turn back to Mr. Emmanuel. So, you are welcome, sir. Tafik, thank you very much for everything. Thank you. The representative of the general manager of LASMA. We have a lot. In a few minutes, I will put the line. People will call in. People think of LASMA with very least respect. Because of all the organizations I mentioned that time, the Federal Road Services, they are more decent. Of course, it's federal government. The VIOs, they do their own. VIO are creation of states. And when the VIO man came here, I read to him the judgment of Akwa Ibom, a high court in Uyo, that bar, but that was Uyo High Court. Akwa Ibom High Court. After that, there is Federal High Court in Delta State that has banned VIOs. So you are not VIOs, so I'm just mentioning. If by the time we come back again, I want to challenge the Lagos State government. Why VIO must be on road? Because the judgment of the Federal High Court in Delta State is universal. It has universal application. You were picked up as last man. I remember Ogulewe when he was Minister of Works under President Olusegun Obasanjo, drove all of you from the federal highways, from the federal highways. Say, go to your state routes. But even I was one of those who raised alarm that no, these people are helping to make management of traffic. And the first thing I did was to bring your former chief executive officer, the late retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, Chris Olakwe. I brought him here. And I told him, please come with all your legislation that enable you doing this work so that we can read. Because it is being misunderstood there that last man has no power to arrest, last man has no this, he has no this. No, but he came here and I gave him a whole 1 hour, 20 minutes, where he elaborated things. And this way. But these days, where is last man now? In jumping into people's vehicle when you have not even certified yourself that he has a driving license? And they bring them here, they lock the car, they take people outside the fence to negotiate for how much are you bringing. These allegations that everywhere. These allegations that are everywhere. Then you deflate the tire, you have a vulcanizer inside your premises. Then when the person, every settlement would have been settled, then the person would be made to pay amount of money to inflate the tires back. If you deflate the tire so that the owner cannot come and steal it, is it your duty by law of the federation, however Lagos State carve its own law, we are subject to the national constitution, the Nigerian constitution. Is it your duty to return the car back to the person as you pick it? There are a lot of allegations. Where are we, sir? Where are we? And my question will not be too harsh because you are my personal friend. But the people are listening. So what has gone wrong with last man? That's the first question.
Yeah. I will first apologize on behalf of our general manager,
Yes.
who is on another assignment. Our job, sir,
Yes.
is to make sure we have a seamless traffic flow on our roads
Yes.
for the benefit, economic benefit of the state. Not only economic benefit of the state, we reduce time being wasted on the road. And we even partake in the life, safety and life of property. So, by doing this, we have our law that guides us, sir. And we must enforce the law. And there's no job without its inherent risk, sir,
Yes.
and potential hazard.
Yes.
However, those hazards and degrees of risk exposure varies as the job specification requires, sir.
Yes.
And when we look at the enforcement law officers, they are the receiving end, sir.
Of course. I know.
People would not like to obey the law. They would like to break the law
I agree with you.
and stand by it.
Yes.
And we will not let that happen, sir. For that, you may have various complaints from the public. But when you go into the problem, sir,
Yes.
and you will see that we've been vindicated so many times about the conduct of the errant traffic offenders on the roads. So all the issues you mentioned, sir, some are not true, sir. I will not lie to you. We have a law enforcement training institute in Magodo by the Lagos State government. Our officers normally go there every two times in a year
Okay.
to make sure they have their training.
Okay.
And training people will ensure effective management.
Okay,
And,
sir. I think so far you've answered the first question because we have a lot of things to tackle, and because the only enemy we have here is time, not traffic, not driving against traffic. It's time.
All right, sir.
Well, I will follow it up. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to congratulate you because the last time your rank wasn't like this. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's start with the little. You stop vehicle, then one of you jump into the vehicle, pull the driver out, or tell the driver cross over to the other side, and he jump into the vehicle. Is that legal? Is that according to the law that established? Taking into consideration that if you are not a license, if you don't have your driver's license, you are not supposed to drive in Nigeria anyway. What do you think about that?
Yes. It's not part of our ethics to jump into an offender's car. What we need to do, or what we're supposed to do, is to ask the offender to take us down to our office.
Yes.
And if the offender refused, we may call the towing vehicle to come and pick the vehicle.
Okay.
We have our provost department and monitoring unit going all around for our men. We've warned them severally not to jump into an offender's.
But you are not hearing this allegation from me for the first time, are you?
I'm sure, but we've been.
No, are you hearing it from me for the first time?
No,
or you'll be hearing
it?
No,
we've been hearing it, and we've been dealing with it.
Okay.
We've summoned them.
Okay.
And take them according to civil service rule.
Okay. Okay, thank you for saying that. Now, sometimes you work with people that are not supposed, that they are not last man. Supposedly. I know that it is because of capacity to carry out the whole assignment. You are assigned some policemen. Though the number of policemen give it to you, they are inadequate. I know this. But there are some people that looks very much like the thug or the road worker, something that we know that works with you. No. Is this part of the law that established in Lagos State? No,
we don't have non-uniform personnel working with us. Mm-hmm. They are impersonating us. If you can see, we have some of them may see the local government official may take it as if they are a last man. They are not last man.
If they are they're not last moment, but they are seen. I think what the guru is mentioning is that people have reported to us to see these people in the same space, in the same vicinity. So if your officials are standing at an intersection or a junction, these impersonators, like you've called them, will be standing alongside them as well. So the general belief is to see them as working with LASMA, even though they are not under your payroll or they don't answer to your command.
That's good. Do you get the question clear now? You have a minute.
Yeah, they are not working together with them. You can never see them together, sir. You observe them very well. Our men is to control traffic. They are not working together.
Mr. Emmanuel, I know I would have pursued the matter otherwise, but I think it's a good strategy for Mr. Oreagba to ask you to represent him. Oreagba wasn't coming here. He would have talked to you from the beginning that you are going to represent him, because if Oreagba had been here, it would have been a different thing entirely. Okay, let us move that. Now, how therefore, because of the issue of jumping into people's car and driving the car to your destination is too numerous. Your former GM had to come here, and I brought another person that it happened to, and the man's wife was in labor pain, and the man's wife was driven. In fact, your last man that entered the car pushed the owner of the car out, who said that I'm taking my wife to the hospital, she's under labor pain. And the last part did not agree, drove this one to Oshodi. In fact, your former GM had been involved in this matter, and the explanation were made. And therefore, then the man now came, and he came to your office at Oshodi and said that an envelope he kept on the front of the car by the steering of this driver was taken. And he mentioned the amount of money that was there in the envelope. So, and if you are here, that may be a little harsh on this. If you are telling us that, you have a training institute, you have this, you heard of it, you want them. Is somebody that is it every last man officer that is license, that has a driving license? It's a question, sir. Is it every last man that has a driving license?
If you are licensed, you are to drive. If you are not licensed, you are not to drive.
That's good. No, the question is it every last man officer by your regulation that possess driving license?
Not every last one I can
Thank
say.
you for that, sir. How do you therefore separate those who are jumping into people's car because they are assigned to work on Oshodi Road, on this road? How do you jump it?
You mean jumping into?
How do you conclude now those that have no driving license and they jump into people's car to drive?
If you have, if you have no driving license, there's no basis for you to drive.
That's good.
Offender's vehicle.
That's good. Okay,
yes. Let
us hold that. Now, how come these allegations on the ground? How come that your boys, if they arrest and they come to Oshodi, that is your headquarters, of course. Why can't they just drive the vehicle straight away into the premises and do the necessary registration or whatever, however you want to call it, and let the person now deal with the issuing of this. I know you issue papers. Why always a meeting outside that your fence facing the express road between this your men and those drivers that are supposed to be what? Because I have photos of what is paid that are sent to me here.
Let me deal with that.
Go ahead, sir.
See, when your vehicle being arrested,
yes, sir,
brought to the yard,
yes, sir,
they will issue you a fine ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, not fine ticket. You'll be charged to court. We don't issue a fine ticket direct.
Okay.
We have it is the courts that will decide the amount of maybe you are guilty or not guilty. It's called referral. They will give a referral to court. It is the court that will decide whether you are guilty or not. And when you are guilty, they are the one to write the amount of this thing you are going to pay.
Okay. I don't know whether.
So when we arrest a vehicle,
yes, sir,
brought it to the yard,
yes, sir,
and then when they give them the referral, they will be begging. They will not go.
Okay.
They will not like to go at all.
I agree with you on that.
They will cluster at the gate.
I agree with you, sir.
With the referral looking for help.
Yes, I agree with you, sir. I agree with you totally on that.
That's what you see there, sir.
Yes, okay. Then let me put it. Are you aware of a judgment that says that for LASMA to tow the vehicle to preside over how much you pay that it's illegal?
I don't understand, sir.
Are you aware of a judgment recently
that
says that LASMA towing a vehicle or pronouncing that you are guilty, this is how much you pay, they tell you how much you pay, and it's paid, that is illegal?
The Lagos state government has appealed on that case.
Okay, it's been appealed.
Yes.
Okay.
And the stay of execution of the.
Oh yeah, of judgment.
Yes.
Okay. So the Lagos state had gone for a stay of execution of the judgment.
Yes.
Okay. And has it been granted?
Yes. Execution of the yes.
It has been granted.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. Then Adu, you know what I will do today? I will not do much of the talking. Let me take it off me because I'm not fighting. I cannot fight an organization that I'm a very, very good friend. Taufik, if you like, make you the laugh there. I know they see your face. Let's open the line and get some people.
I'll start with the phone calls because people have been calling already. Numbers to call 08.
Sorry, as the questions are coming,
they'll write it down. You need
please
to
write them down so that we can collapse it to save time.
All right.
0809-234-5913, 0809-191-3913, 0809-222-0913, 015150-913, and 015151-913. Please keep the questions short and go straight to the point so we can take many people. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Morning, please. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Fidelis. I'm calling from Ikoyi.
From Ikoyi, you have a minute for your question or your contribution, please.
Okay, sir. I don't know why these last month people recently around this Ikoyi road. They normally, this small cooperative bus. Yes.
Go on.
They are always inside the bus and with some guys, some rough handled guys, that's some thugs. Once they arrest you, because they know they cannot challenge individually, so they like carrying those hard guys along with them inside the bus. So once they stop you and you are dragging with them, those guys will challenge you and pull you out of the car, and they will take your car to where they want to take it to, so that for you to come and bail it. And it's not right.
Okay, sir.
Why is it done that way? Because that man is still
That's your question. That's your question. Okay. Thank you very much. It's been noted. Go ahead.
Yeah, I also have a personal experience, but I'll say that when we are off air.
No, you can say why we are on air.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, madam.
Yeah, this is Wesley from.
What's your name? Percy. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. You have a minute, please.
Okay, sir. I'm calling to complain about Plasma around the Igondo bus stop. The main Igondo bus stop.
Okay.
You will see Plasma there. There are more than 20. More than sometimes 15. You are a bus driver or a vehicle. You are carrying road in your car. The Plasma work with the police officers. They signal the police officers that there is a vehicle coming with a load. Number one. Number two. The last people there, they don't control traffic. Their only work is to look for people without seatbelts.
Okay.
And Ikondo is an area that there is a heavy traffic at just that bus stop, and you see more than 20 last people doing nothing. They're not just looking for people without seatbelts.
Okay.
People carrying loads.
Okay, you have established your point that around the Godo. He's writing it down. Okay, next person, please.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and where you are calling from, sir?
My name is Bakare.
Bakare. You are calling from where?
I'm calling from Lagos Island.
Lagos Island. Please, Mr. Bakare, have a minute. Go ahead.
Sir, I have two complaints.
Okay.
One, I was driving towards Janowolo,
and
I saw a last man named Rojaye Atadiniji.
Name?
And the man.
What's the name of the man, please?
For someone to pick a guy. He used to use a black. Only for me to help that guy. The guy just quickly removed my key and run away. And they take a tow vehicle, and I was told to Surah. I was paid 70,000.
What's the name? You mentioned the name of the man. Did you?
Is it Duro Jayi or thereabouts?
Okay, something Duro Jayi.
I can identify. If you ask me to call, I will come. I will identify them. And then took my car. The second one, a colleague of mine also. That day, I even gave him your numbers to send you a message. He was driving towards Yaba. And the task force itself were leading them from Domino Pizza towards them. And they are leaving with their vehicle, Lagos State government commercial bus. And while they are following them, only for them to stop in the front and stop the middle at the back and tell everyone that they follow one way. They will not collect your car, drive the car back, and go and follow it one way, now snap your car, and said you follow one way. We pay 130,000 at Oshodi.
Okay, thank you. Those are the two.
If the man is saying nobody last in the office, that's where I wasn't taken to court.
Okay, thank you very much. But I will give you a number later. You call me so we can discuss because you're still listening to me now. All right, let's have one more before the Ogawi.
Okay, sir. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
The Guru, good morning.
Morning, sir.
My gallant Madia, good morning.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
You are on a very hot seat this morning. The Guru, this silence, I'm calling from a better.
I understand. Your voice told me.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Galasma, you have averted one question from Guru. You see, what they're trying to tell you is that you guys are working with touts, not standing by your men. They are always staying in your vehicles, working together. Let me put that one clearly to you. That is one. Two, I want to know what are the qualifications of men that last 9 people employ.
Okay, please on that, please don't expect answer because I will divide that one. Please, just honor me with that. God bless you. Go ahead. I do read 1 or 2 messages before they come to you.
Okay. If I'm reading 1 or 2, there are plenty of.
Oh, read now. Then you will add your own, which you say you are not giving off but on there.
Today from Ijegun says, good morning, Ado and Guru. There are learned people among the Agbaros or Lagos Park Management. Guru, you can invite them to also defend themselves. Okay. This is a question for Lasma boss. Why do your men, in connivance with police officers, sometimes block traffic and start arresting commercial buses at random? Commercial buses being arrested at random. Would you like to answer that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that might be a random arrest though. But let's see. Still on WhatsApp, Danlo says, Guru, what kind of corruption? Okay, no, this is not for Lasma.
Okay.
This is Eswa. It says, I commend your efforts on today's discourse. The park at Yanoworo from CMS is meant to be a bus stop. Why are vehicles inside the park and obstructing traffic, including private cars, to assist pedestrians being taken to Oshodi for carrying passengers. Yanowuru from CMS. That's
after coming down the
I'm not too sure of my geography now, but I'm sure Mr. Peter knows where he's talking about. Adeyinka says, please help us ask LASMA what they are doing to the vehicles that park and load under Obalende Bridge. I think no commercial vehicle should be loading under Obalende Bridge. It causes traffic. They should deploy technology to monitor the traffic under that bridge. That's from Mr. Adeyinka. This is from UKD. I don't know what the full meaning is. It says, it's so painful to hear last month that men don't jump into cars. It's happened to me. It is a 99% occurrence at the time from last month officials. A last month official drove a long articulated vehicle to the extent that he destroyed the gate of Edmond Crescent in Yaba whilst trying to arrest the individual. He says the Agberos work with them, sometimes direct they sometimes direct you wrongly, then you are now subsequently arrested. My heart bleeds seeing NASMA do this, and they've turned into revenue generating agency, no more transport management agency.
Okay, right. I think so far, sir.
Yes.
So because the mass brain sometimes can be a failure,
yes,
like mine too.
Yeah.
Can you answer this? And Taufik, since he represents the GM, he's the only one that should be talking. He's the only one that should be talking. If the GM has sent you as his PRO, then you'll be the only one that is talking. So that is that. Please go ahead, sir.
Let's take it from Ikoyi. Complaining about our men using Korope. Let me tell you, sir, we have a lot of impersonator using Mufti inside Korope operating. If you see, like I will advise them, if you see any personnel, any of our personnel, we have our name tag. You just take the name tag, and if you contact us, I will reel out the number for everybody.
Yeah, of course. Well, you must read it out before
we don't use Korope for operation.
Okay.
We don't use
those using Korope therefore must be personating you.
Yes.
And they must be personating you with the uniform on sometimes.
Not the
with your uniform on.
No, you will not see our uniform.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So then the Gondo ASICS seeing 20 LASMA personnel, 20 LASMA personnel on the spot. That's not possible, sir.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. 20 LASMA men on the spot.
Okay.
No, it's not possible. Whether we have enforcement team and we have those controlling the traffic, as they control the traffic, they enforce too. So maybe he said he saw them arresting, not using of seatbelt or violating the road traffic law. He may think we have them both in and out of Igondo.
Okay.
And you should remember, we have policemen
at
that bus stop.
Yes.
Controlling the traffic there.
Yes.
So we have a seamless traffic flow there.
Okay.
Or
go ahead.
Unless we have a breakdown.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
Then 2, the Yanowuru. That's Durojai. And if you look at that Yanowuru, if you are coming from Island towards Yanowuru on the Third Mainland Bridge, that bus stop is for you just to enter and drop passenger. Okay. But you will see people dropping their passenger on the road.
As a guest entry, the bus stop provided.
That's why we are having traffic on the Third Mainland Bridge, stretching back, down. If people can use that bus stop, there we have a seamless traffic flow there. Okay. But you will see private vehicle using their private car for commercial purpose, saying that they want to buy fuel, and they will drop the passenger right on the road.
As against
the entry. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Then I will take the one at Egbeda that we are working without. We don't work without.
Okay, you've denied that. Yeah,
we don't work without.
Go ahead.
We don't. Okay. Then the police officer blocking the traffic, started arresting. Let me educate the man on that. Police officer attached to us It's for our safety.
Yes.
Not to arrest. It's for our safety purpose. We are to arrest, enforce the law. Now, let me take, for example, at point A, we cited a commercial vehicle picking and dropping passenger where it's supposed not to drop it. And we have the people that want to maybe enter the vehicle there at the bus, not at the bus stop. If you try to arrest him there, he will knock down the pedestrian standing nearby, and they will say it is. They will not tell. They will not know that is that this man has violated the traffic law by picking passengers on unauthorized place. Now we will write the number down. Then we will inform those ahead to wait for him and pick him. And they will pick it. Okay. Just as simple as that.
Okay. Did you say that the policemen attached to you that is for only purposes of safety, that they don't involve themselves in arrest?
When I say safety, I understand if there is crisis,
I understand
they will come in.
I understand it.
Yes.
Are you saying categorically that those policemen don't involve themselves in arrest of vehicle where you are interested in?
They don't involve.
You want me to tell you my experiences and how many times I have avoided, I've tried to make sure
they've gone out of their duties then.
Okay. So then okay, you know, I'm the first person to mention that the numbers of policemen attached to you, they are inadequate for your own security. It's for that reason that your 8-hour turnaround of this cannot even be maintained. But go ahead.
So we have in our agency we have the monitoring and surveillance department.
Yes.
That monitors activities of our men all around the state.
I know.
So
these people calling, sir, they are not calling because they are not aware that we have such thing, but they are calling because it's like the system has been compromised, syndicated. And please, sir, don't just throw all their comments away that no, this is not true, this is not true. Maybe you go away with to go back eternally. Thank God you are the director of operations. Taufik is here. You will equally go away. Taufik, you can speak to the microphone now.
Yes, sir.
You go away and tell Oriagba, who will not pick people phone, who will not do anything, and he call himself general manager. You will tell him that we need to do some work, some in-house work here. There are bad eggs everywhere. When your man was slaughtered on, is it?
Then when Agberos,
when Agberos came, they came purposely and they killed the man on Orioke, where you are going to before your Oshodi. If you are going by
Oshodi, okay.
No, not you've not got to your office.
Okay.
Anthony. That's why they came to. I brought the matter here and try to arrange for a fund to take care of. I brought the matter myself. So all these people might not be telling you lies. There are a lot of things, sir. The society is rotting. It is not too worse in your place than other places. But when this thing comes, it is for purposes of us. It is for our purposes to say, okay, let's make an effort to reduce it. But to say that, oh, this one is lying, this one is not talking the truth, that is not true at all. People will see you as it is a sophisticated plan given to the boys to act outside there so that the intake can be richer at the end of the day. But I know you very well. You are not like that. Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Guru, sir, I think fine. I love that your statement.
The voice you are hearing is Taufik Adebayo.
That we have to go. Adebayo Taufik.
Adebayo Taufik is the PRO for.
I love that. I love that your statement that we have to go back and internally and look at most of these things. But of course, at the same time, sir, most of these traffic violators, there is need for them also to be reorientated, sir. In a situation whereby you are being apprehended for an offense that you feel that you have not committed, why then do you have to offer any of the officers money?
Yes,
it shows them definitely that you have something inside your mind.
Yes,
and moreover, we had sent out our line. We had a lot of jingles, a lot of documentary informing members of the public not to law or not to induce our officers with money. We told them they don't have any right to collect any money from you. So you equally don't have any right to give them any money. The law is very clear in terms of giver and receiver.
Giver and receiver go to jail.
So most of them say that they pay 70,000, they pay that. Why do you have to pay? Tell them to give you your referral paper, then you take to court. And I guess let me just chip in this. At times, most of these violators, they made mistakes. In paying 70,000 naira, saying that you've give somebody 70,000 naira, you might get to the court, and the fine might even be lesser to that kind of an amount that you had given. But most of the time, most of these motorists and traffic violators are always in a hurry. You want to move here, you want to move here, you don't want anything that will disturb you, but you continue violating the fundamental
okay,
traffic
thank you very
laws.
much. Let me just give you a minute. In 1979, thereabout, a police officer told me something. The police officer in Lagos, he said that Godwin is far my senior. I said, yes, sir. He said it is a stupid policeman that will ask for bribe from any offender. He said even the traffic. He said what you make the person to realize is that you create the problem so big, the person will start pricing himself. You don't say big money. But when you paint the problem, I'm taking you to court. When they shall send you to jail, when they will do this, he said the person will now see himself as finished. He will be the one pricing. Say, please, Oga, don't do that now. You don't do that. He said that you will brush that. Why? What are you talking to me? I should not do that. What do you want me to do therefore? He said you are not asking for anything. He said we now tell you, okay, I give you. So then he said, like what? Like what? He said you will be shouting when you say, like what? Like what? He said maybe I get. Then 5 naira was too much even. Either 2 shillings or something, or 2 something. He said, then he will answer. So is it because of your 5 naira that I should compromise my profession? He said, you've told the person to increase whole year. I've been in this video long enough. But let's hold it. I do.
Twitter?
Yes,
come into Twitter. Okay.
You can still do something. Oh, time is gone.
So this is from Olatunji Michael. Says, we condemn assaults on LASMA officials,
yes.
As has been reported in some spaces. Says, please, however, some of your officers assault motorists with help of thugs. I have been a victim of such. Olatunji Michael is saying he was a victim. Udochukwu Nandi says, LASMA prefers the traffic so that people can try to take one way out of frustration, or even try making calls after 2 hours in traffic, or remove their seatbelts to take a break, and then LASMA would ignore the course of the traffic and prosecuting and pouncing on the people.
Even a man who removes his bed to take a break on not parking space is a candidate of jail. I will answer that without asking.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Sometimes a man called me. Because they think I'm the father of LASMA in Nigeria. A man called me to tell me that, sir, they just hold me now. Please let me talk to them. I said, tell me your offense. He said, I did not commit any offense. I just went out of the car to wee. I said, you left your car on the motorable road to go and wee. And I said, go to jail. And somebody has sent me a message here now. He says, sir, you remember 3 months ago I sent you this message and gave the narration, but I'm not going to read it for you to bother you. I received call, but I will say, no, go to jail. Why you really remove? You want to relax? Remove.
You move on the wheel.
Go ahead.
Abimbola says, Mr. Peter, you need to go to Anthony Underbridge between 7:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. and see your men daily. The spot is now head office. Another individual also mentioned about the same Anthony that there are about 20 officers there. Maybe that might be a rough estimate, might not be an actual figure. Olusegun says, please kindly clarify your men together with police and some men in Mufti at Bagada N-Ward, Yanowuro. They are usually there in the morning arresting motorists arbitrarily, and they rip motorists off at that point. Shegun talks about Anthony on Ikorodu Road. He says there are 20 LASMA officials there. He says some touts claim to be collecting Owo LASMA from commercial vehicles.
I want to believe those are impersonation.
Those are yeah.
Because of the friendliness of LASMA officers in some area, some hoodlums always try to. And again, I will not blame LASMA too much because the work they do is dangerous. Mostly those commercial vehicles, they kill, they can't do anything. So if you know you are only 2 in a garage or 3, there is your common sense will tell you be careful because they can turn back and destroy your life, and your people will be at loss. So on that, let me read this, please. Good morning, Mr. Guru. my car towed in front of my house. I ended up paying 20k to Lagos State account and another 10k for towing into a private account. I reported this case to you back then, sir. But you don't give your name now. Where is your house? Is your house on the express or what? You did not say it now, so this matter is not liable for treatment. So your case is adjourned. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, good morning. Quickly, sir.
Yeah, Miss Adu and Mr. Guru. Please, you have to bring somebody from the state assembly that's in charge of transportation, those who wrote the law, the committee in charge of transportation. We have to take corruption out of the system. They should not be allowed to tow anybody's car. You know, all over the world, traffic offense, you only give ticket. Only the court can take away your property. The moment you take my car from me, I'm ready to pay any money. But it's not done anywhere. In UK, Europe, in America, whereby any traffic offense, give me ticket. I will decide whether I'm going to pay or I want to contest it. But don't take my property away from me. Before you can take my property in democracy, I must be given fair hearing by the court.
Yeah.
But the moment you seize my property, that is the corruption.
Thank you very much, sir.
From you guys.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That's the question I asked by the judgment that came. And he told me, I'm here to confirm what he said. But I cannot go on there to talk what I have not yet confirmed. As a man who operates by the law, I will confirm it, and if need be, I will bring them back here again. That one says you cannot take somebody's vehicle away. You cannot take the vehicle away without the court of law giving adjudication on it. And he now said that first of all, they filed for stay of execution, and that the matter will be taken on appeal. But somebody sent me a message now that the appeal court heard that one. I cannot take the person's word for it because I must get a certified copy of the judgment before. So the matter is not finished. We are just on stage one of the film.
Final call?
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello, Adu. Good morning. Back here. Please, Mr. Peter. The last man here, please, I will advise you, please, since you guys have your monitoring team, I want to mention some areas. Because you guys think that those men outside are really working for you people as men guys in the office, but they are accumulating wealth for themselves. One, that Igondu that lady mentioned. I want to tell you categorically clear, stay at Ebeda. You can get more than 20 last men in the morning at Igondu. She said 20. You can get more than 20. That is one. Two, Ebeda roundabout here. There is this black guy there. There are two. All they do there is to look for money for their pocket. Two black guys shot. Anywhere you see traffic on Lagos Road is caused by last men, where they are trying to extort money from people. The third place is at Yanekbaja, on that bridge.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
With you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those two black guys you are talking, are they last man officers? Do they have name?
Exactly, the guru.
Can you help us with the name?
And get it to you.
Okay. The man,
so send the name to us on WhatsApp.
Send that to my number. I will tell them.
I will send it to you, Guru.
Yes.
Let them go there and see what is happening.
Send it to my number. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. That's the last call we can receive. Mr. Emmanuel, thank you for coming, Taufik. Thank you for coming. You can now see that we've not even started anything at all. Yes, of course. We have not started anything at all, which means maybe next time I make invitation, maybe your general manager will see that he's doing me a favor. It is himself that is being done a favor. I'm doing favor to him now. But he will sit in his office. He will be announcing this. He will be announcing that through the public relations department. Roads must be moving very freely. Those tanker, those taking fuel. And we are giving you opportunity to come and talk to the people, to make the people friendly. It is for this reason, those who are very much advanced in matter of, they synergize with us. I can bring Ado and the Guru to come to form a synergy between us and because the people come in very freely, not only in all areas of life, because I've made myself available as property of the people. So, but sir, you can tell your boss this, that him coming, he's not coming to do the guru any favor. His coming here does not increase the popularity that the guru Adu is enjoying already. The number of followers worldwide, he is not the one. It is to do himself favor. But if he stand aloof, so I think we hear
for this morning. That was what really happened for this morning.
Which one? Now they talk of many years. We talk of this morning. So based on this, time is against us.
Please, we need
give us the numbers
and Twitter handle that people can Twitter
and the Instagram
and Instagram,
Facebook
and
email and YouTube.
Okay.
But the number is very, very most important, because YouTube, all those other ones, people don't always carry data to. But give the number. They are ready to call.
I'll read it now. 081 74 72 22 27. I'll repeat again.
Yes.
081 74 72 22 27. Another one. 081 00 56 58 60. I'll repeat the last one. 081 00 56 58 60. And the Twitter, that's at follow Lasma. That's the Twitter, at follow Lasma.
I want to believe that.
Yes, it's working.
That after
Twitter.
This one, the numbers with this one will be okay. Forget about YouTube and all those ones, because the people don't have.
Yes, because Twitter and phone numbers will be really good to get to.
Okay.
Follow Lasma. That's LAST.
At follow Lasma.
Okay, now somebody sent me a message here saying the Court of Appeal also has passed this judgment. Please, thank you very much for this information, but I need to be certified by having a certified copy of the judgment. Otherwise, I will go on air with that. That is number one. Let me just, I'm against time now. Is it time that is against me? This one says, Oriagba is hiding away because he's aware of what obtains. Last month staff are recruited from the society. So what do we expect? Okay, thank you very much. That they are your brother, my brothers. So not too much. But Oriagba says, so read this to Oriagba, that people says he's running away. And I believe that because I've called him over 25 times and he never replied anyone.
He's not running away, sir.
No. A message somebody said, I'm not the one who did that conclusion. He loses nothing by picking my call or by returning it. That's how civilized society. That's the norm. If I have a missed call, 1 or 2 times, I have it as a civilized responsibility to call the person back. Not for him to think that this man that is calling me now, what does he want me to do for him? What help can you give to me? Okay, now we have come to the end of the show for today. Mr. Mariel, I want to appreciate you. Mr. Taufik, I want to appreciate you. God will bless you that you are even coming. And give my most esteemed respect to Oriagba. Bó ṣe ṣe ni kó máa ṣe. Kó mọ́ lọ yí wa padà. So Adu, thank you very much for this. And Prince, thank you very much. Fẹ́ràn Adu, sorry, Fẹ́ràn me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And of course, I have here today a very rich knowledge drop box. Yeah. But because we don't have time for it, I think tomorrow I'm having the managing director of Loma with me here, and I will sneak in the knowledge drop box because I don't want people to miss it. Right. So until Monday, when we shall be meeting again, of course, you follow me on Twitter is at Godwin_Buebu, at Godwin_Buebu. Follow me Facebook is Godwin Etakibuebu. There is a page I created on Facebook for discussions like this, which is called Vetra Column. Please follow me there. Then you can follow me on my website, which is www.godwintheguru.com. Then you go to my YouTube channel, which is Godwin the Guru. Until Monday, where we shall meet again, please keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.